New Java version available. What a perfect time to start the stream. Hi there, everyone. Hi. Hi, Denada. Hi and bye. Hi, Stamp. Hi, Tha. Hi, Made It. Hi. How you all doing? Give me a second. Okay. I think I'm ready. On one hand, I could finish a 3.5 hour video essay in super niche topic I'm interested in. On the other hand, make it stream. Go over the video essay. There's plenty of make it streams. I got a headache. I got a headache. I do. There's a typical post-upload headache. Probably has something to do with, you know, the whole 5 more minutes thing where I kept telling myself that I just need 5 more minutes for 30 hours. But it's finished. That headache could be cancer. Should see an oncologist. It could also not be cancer. Cancer? I hardly know it. I think a much more likely explanation is that yesterday I haven't slept for 30 hours, and today I slept for 14. I think that's a much more likely explanation. So yeah. Anyway. Let's begin. Hold on, I switch to top chat to live chat. Today we'll be working on videos. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. So everyone, how is your day going, by the way? How are you all doing? How are you all doing? How is your day going? Because, okay, I'm ready now. I haven't made coffee. Oh my goodness, a symptom of headaches is headaches. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. That is correct. I haven't drunk my coffee. That could also be it. Shucks and dagnabbit. So, I 100% Death Stranding isn't Death Stranding that game about walking, where you just walk around? I thought, is that the one? I never understood that game, to be honest. To be completely honest, I never understood that game. Let's make a video about my favoritism, and that is electromagnetism. Dumb intro. Okay, it's been a while since I used LibreText, because most recent videos were kind of easy. And I use papers for them. No, that's not what I mean. Like this. It's more than that. Sometimes you run. Stop! Things were donating to prevent Cancer Foundation. Oh my goodness, we're doing this. Hold on. Is the donation? Oh my goodness, I remembered my passphrase. That's impressive. Okay, it's Python add donation. Fuck. Python free add donation is obviously what I meant. Name was Tha, wasn't it? I think. Was it Tha? Was it Ashley? I don't remember. It was Tha or Tha with 3 A's. It is. Good. Fuck, you donated again. Amount 5. There we go. Again. That's not what I meant. Tha. With 3 A's. Amount 5. There we go. Did it add though? 130. So hold on. Originally you had 120. Okay, it did add. That's good. Do you have any more to add first, Star? I should probably ask before we continue. Before I carry on and I refresh the server. Do you have any more? I would like to know. Could have bought a beer with those $10, but fuck the banter. It's such a great series of comments. That's such a great series of comments. I'm about to get the best comments. There we go. I couldn't just nade 10 at once. Okay, good then. DB Pi, if I remember correctly. Oh, unless it was already sorting. I'm an idiot. I'm such an idiot. There we go. Let's see. 120. 130. You're ahead of Ali. You've actually beaten Ali. Oh my, by $1 as well. You are 4th place star now. 4th place after Atomic and Stump. Stump effectively winning by getting to 69. Hi, the swim. Only lets me do 520 or more. That is weird. I could have smoked these $10 in crack, but I'll help people, I guess. Make that so far sounds like he's in the damn Stanley Parable. I am the sound effect. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, right. Today we're going to get into physics. That's because he's free from the video making for now. What do you mean? No, we're literally here today to work on the video. Come on, Italian map, I get it together. I had a whole half a day to rest. That's enough. I slept through it, but it doesn't matter. Electromagnetism. My favorite tism. I kind of want to make the bit in the video where I go, you know, this, except like autism, except we except we switch to all electromagnetism somehow. I need to find a way to work that in, because that'd be a funny bit. We'll see. Is that an entire textbook dedicated to electromagnetism? Is that an entire shelf dedicated to electromagnetism? We don't need much. We need basics. We need just one. Think of magnetism. No. I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna find a way to do electromagnetism. I'm gonna find a way. Let's start with some preliminary concepts, and then the field's transmission. Transmission lines will be a topic for another video, which means we'll probably only focus on these two this time. Vector analysis. We will not get there, probably. Actually, maybe. Yeah, might start with physics before we move on to chemistry and engineering. What are y'all onto, honestly? What are y'all onto? Electromagnetic spectrum. Oh, they really want me to make a joke about autism! There's not my... I kind of want to do... That would be actually such a funny bit. Like, imagine a typical Make It scene, alright? Imagine like a typical Make It scene. You know, with the floor and like... you know, the typical floor grid and like text, and the text says like the spectrum off, and right here for like half a millisecond it says autism, but then it changes to electromagnetism. That'd be so funny. That'd be so funny. I'm gonna do it. Okay, electromagnetic spectrum. The kind of a pickle is that The problem is that I would like to end with it, not start. That's because I want to first go into the wild tangent of quantum mechanics or the quantum field theory, and then talk about like from about the electromagnetic field from the perspective of it being quantized. You could do like fourth wall make it guy and be like, that's not supposed to say that. Something. I would rather not acknowledge it, just have it be there for like half a millisecond. I think that would be funnier because over analyzing electromagnetism to that kind of degree. A very autumn call. Someone to quantum field theory. I mean, yeah, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it from the perspective of quantum field theory, which is a problem because then we can't really start with this. And that's for another video. Okay, so this textbook is a no for me, unfortunately. That's also a curious one. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This would be good for separate video actually. Let's see, we have 2 big exams tomorrow. Good night, Italian Mappe. Good night. Good night. If I become rich, I will put you in my will. That's so. I know it's supposed to be like a nice thing, but that sounds like a threat. It has that threat vibe, you know? Just a minute ago, I thought, oh boy, make it a style stream day. Hope they get some rest instead. And well, what do I see here? Theo, I got a headache. I can't rest right now. This seems like the thing I'll be interested in. Yes. Yes, I think so. Okay, let's get to it. Difficult to crack on the windows on the Pope Mobile. Wait, what happened? What do you mean? What's up with the Pope? What happened with the Pope? The Pope died. Whoa, when did the Pope die? Today? I don't know, I was sleeping. I was sleeping then. How was I supposed to know? Go outside. I actually was outside. That's why I don't know. Unlike you all, I haven't I haven't been sitting all day on the internet. Listen. I don't know what to tell you. I stopped having these like premonitions about the future in my dreams a while back ago. Those aren't happening anymore. I mean, you could see it in the news when they go outside. I don't watch the news. I'm busy. You just want an alibi. That's the reason I even went to sleep. Every single night when I go to sleep, that's just an alibi for me to not know stuff. I thought just the Pope hasn't been a big presence in my life. I don't know what to tell you. I just didn't notice. I bet Make It gave the Pope his double leukemia. Then I just turned my mind to simulate the reward. No, I can't figure out which is which. Damn, I'm pretty certain that's the plot of Westworld. So that's rough. Are you feeling from Vatican dissident? Who even is the Pope? I don't know. What the what? The what do you mean? I am. I don't even know what you're talking about. Have I even ever been to what is Vatican? What even am I? What's happened? Who are you? What happened to the Pope? Nothing. I didn't do anything, Flag. I didn't do anything to the Pope, okay? Guys, I didn't kill the Pope, alright? I want to make that clear. I did not, in fact. I didn't kill the Pope, okay? It's not a joke, I'm serious here. Now get those rumors out of my sight. How could you? I didn't kill the Pope. That wasn't me. I didn't do it. I swear I didn't kill the Pope. Fuck the Pope. Is effective field in any way related to fields you talk about in your quaternion video? In fields, there are two kinds. Lycan. There are two kinds of fields, and oh, hold on, I already have a paint open, right? There are two kinds of fields. The mathematical ones, well, there are more than two kinds, but the two kinds you're interested in is the mathematical ones, which is like stuff like the rational numbers, real numbers, quaternions. Yes, quaternions have an H, whilst rational numbers have a Q, and real numbers have an R. It makes no sense. But so these are the mathematical fields, which are like sets of numbers. However, in physics, a field is more like you have a point in a space. It could be 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional, whatever. And each point has a different value. So this right here would be a 5, for example. And technically, it makes sense that both of them would be called the same thing, because like you have this, for example. But that's a story for another time. The point is, in this case, field just means a space where each point has a certain number attached to it. That's basically it. Paul, t-shirt getting a lot of questions already answered. I didn't kill the Pope. You know what? I kind of want to make a new rule that says Make It did not kill the Pope. I'm making a 5-track free loop refueling station on my trains. Funny part is they run out of fuel on exit. Wait, what kinds of trains? What kind of trains are you making it for? Pope. I didn't! Certain joke about bisexuality made the chemistry video. I made a lot of jokes. I really did. I made a joke about racism as well. It's one of my favorite jokes. Hold on, let me find it. It's so good. I actually have a clip of it saved because I think it's a very funny joke, and it was actually related to the video. Oh, where is it? Where's my...
You, sir, have a lot of melanin in your skin, and because of that, I hate you. My
my skin is grey, not black. Oh, wait, could you tell me where I can find some more melanin for this bit? Because, like... It's dumb, I like it. One of my favorite bits. Make it was to be by, he would be by himself. Fine. Fine, I'm adding you to the best com. Fine. Fine. The trains from Factorio. Oh, I see. Quoting the Rios Hamiltonian, it does make sense. No, it doesn't, Theo. Don't defend it. Don't defend it. Yeah, it makes sense in the same way that SPDF makes sense. All by myself. Do. Why would you kill the Pope? I didn't kill the Pope. All right, new rule: make it did not kill the Pope. Rule 35: make it did not kill the Pope. Pope's death was completely unrelated to anything I did. No, everyone already gave it index. What's the rule before that? Before 35? I don't exist. That was the rule. For more information, look up Make It Rule 34. Lex Prince's Rules channel. Rule 35. If there is no Rule 34, upload it. No, I checked if I exist. I don't. Trust me, I checked. Okay, got some positive charge particles. The following properties of electrical charges. There we go. There are two kinds of charges. Electrical charge is quantized. Mm-hmm. I like how it says at least one part in 10 to 20. Make it a sense of existing is headaches and talking to people. Make it just has to commission someone to do it. But Theo, I don't have any money. Theo, I don't have money. I don't have money for it. I would. I'm just a poor soul. Trust me, if I had money for it, I would make it into a poster and frame it on my wall. I need this in my life. Okay, in any ecosystem, charge is conserved, makes sense. Charge generate electromagnetic field. Okay, alright, oh neat. Zone 3 components. Magnitude of the electric field is given by this. Okay, makes sense. Okay, so magnetic field was basically three-dimensional. Who put a pipe cleaner and bleach in the bucket on the post bed? Yes, the pipe cleaner was definitely not the Pope cleaner. That's definitely not something I did. I didn't do it, okay? I didn't do it. Doesn't matter. The fields E and B are real physical objects. You killed the Pope? I didn't kill the Pope! Or I didn't! It wasn't me! How was I supposed to... I mean, I didn't. No, nothing. Listen, let's stop with that entire Pope business, okay? Because the death of the Pope was completely unrelated to anything I've done, right? this is a rumor which honestly I don't appreciate, because I mean, why would you even? That's so silly, but we're just be killing the Pope. Hey, you're funny. Why would I wouldn't? Yeah, it's so silly. Anyway. No, sulfuric acid. Okay. There is no Easter Bunny, there is no Pope, and there is no Queen of England. Oh, Megamind, what a glorious movie. Only popes who killed the Pope would say that. I have no idea what could be possibly referring to. Make it, just play Little Doom, pop the Pope a bit, and have the allocated memory for self-charity. You know what? I agree. That I love Doom Eternal. That scene where you just, you know, just remove the head, decapitate the Pope. But I like it for other reasons as well. Doesn't matter. Okay. Anyway, I didn't kill the Pope, okay? I didn't. Why would I kill the Pope? Why would I kill the Pope? Prove it. No, let's not get to. Listen, no, you don't understand, everyone. I was sleeping today, okay? I was sleeping. So what if Pope died right after I uploaded my video and had free time, okay? I was sleeping then. Okay? I didn't kill the Pope, no! I'm sleeping under the Pope's. No, I wasn't sleeping under the Pope's bed, obviously. Okay, even if I was with the Pope. I mean, it doesn't matter, okay? Irrelevant, okay? We're getting wildly off topic. The point of this video, live stream, is that I didn't kill the Pope. That's the point. Didn't you say you went outside earlier? No, I wasn't. I meant like, outside. Oh, I meant, what are you doing outside? I was sleeping outside, actually. I was sleeping on the street. You know, times are tough. I was in this economy, sleeping in my apartment. No, thank you. I was sleeping on the street in the Vatican. The benches in the Vatican are very comfortable. I changed the stream name to I didn't kill the Pope. No, why would I kill the Pope? Come on. Let's not get ridiculous. I didn't kill the Pope, obviously. How would you know the benches? Everyone, listen, Vatican is #1 known for the benches being extremely comfortable. Ask any person on the street. The first thing they'll tell you is that the benches in the Vatican, you don't even have to ask them about the Vatican. Recently, I was just on the street, right, just asking a guy for directions, and he just told me that the benches in the Vatican are very comfy. To be fair, I was, you know, in the Vatican, and I was asking for directions to how to get to the Pope, but that's unrelated. Have your roommate / significant other vouch for you? I don't. That's just a burn. I don't appreciate that burn. That's. Ouch, that hurts. I know you meant as a joke, Swim, but damn, that stings. Slept with the Pope on the bench. No idea what you mean. Instead of charges which balance will produce fields E1, B1, and gives charges which produce fields E2, B2. Because since total fields, okay, that makes sense. Your significant order is like a quaternion. What if I multiply with them forwards, then they're positive, but if I multiply with them backwards, they're negative? Is that it? Is that... way too complicated of a sex joke, pun intended. Make it on the bench and dead pop. No. Theo, you are very comfortable. Who calls it a coordinate system? No way that's the proper spelling. That's awful. Wait, I want to know if they are odd, if they really are ordinates. Because that would be hilarious. I refuse to coordinate. That's the dumbest thing. I'm getting distracted with different things. So it goes up. Expanding field generates field. Very simple. Okay. Stationary with respect to odd observer. The electromagnetic field generates very simple. Alright. So magnetic is only with movement. And electric is related to distance. I am actually get told that I am comfy a decent amount of time. Good, you deserve to get told that you're comfy. It's nice, such a nice compliment. No one's ever told me that I'm comfy. Wow. Infinite Bowser. Has been imaginary, there's 3 of them. Coke popes, not the popes. Why is that coordinate though? That messed me up. Hold on. Ordinate mathematics. I need to know if ordinate is a thing. Oh my goodness, that is where coordinate comes from. It makes sense, but it's so dumb that ordinate is actually a thing. Coordinate is the y-axis, by the way. We could have called it no, we couldn't. No one can pronounce that. Okay. Cope popes. I'm sure you are. I just have to pretty determine that. Coordinate when versus ordinate. Coordinate messed me up. I don't know why it messed me up, but it did mess me up. It was mean the amplitude of electric field. Yeah. What is the magnetic field measured in then? Unless it's just a field. Charge equal to 1 coulomb passing. Yeah, distance, right. The unit of charge, stat coulomb. PvP alternate. Actually, I have a question. Does anyone here have ultimate chicken horse? And you know what? While you answer that, I'm gonna go and set some water up for coffee because I'm dying of lack of caffeination. Well, does anyone even know the game? Sadly, no. Never heard of it. My goodness. My goodness. I've been jonesing to play some Ultimate Chicken Horse for such a long time. But no one has it! Apparently, no one has that game. It's such a great game. Pretty good game. You can play as a chicken. You can play as a horse. The other animals. I don't remember any other animals than chicken and horse. It was a failed experiment. Buy it for me and I can play. Bitch, I cannot. I barely could buy it for myself. Energy strength, drop particles, 50 manifolds. I read them properties. String theory. Oh, I actually want to make a video on string theory a while ago, but Remco doesn't know enough about it for me to feel comfortable to make a video without an expert. So unfortunately I can't. Let's make it be a homosexual morphism. Assume that Make It did kill the Pope. Make It is not equal to Pope killer. Make It did not kill the Pope. Thank you! Homosexual morphism. Make is actually chicken, horse, and fairy. I am not, okay? That is once again another just dirty rumor. Just because I have fairy sex on my computer does not mean... I have it ironically, alright? I have it as a joke. As a bit, a goof. It's ironically, alright? It's ironic. It's a joke, alright? Swim wanting to spend Make It the entire income of the latest videos, they can buy a game for them. That, oh my goodness, no, that video actually popped off. I told you that video would pop off, and it did. I knew it from the very beginning. The video of Quaternians. It almost has 10,000 views already. It's been a day since I uploaded it? Fucking hell, I need to get to work. Ah, my goodness. Coffee still isn't ready, it's still boiling. Today we'll be working on 2 videos, by the way, because I need to parallelize a bit. Electromagnetism and another video which will be just me making a file system. Field generated by moving particle. Okay, by a moving particle it looks like this. When this is 1 divided... Oh, that looks very relativistic. No, relativistic would have it squared. Never mind, I'm wrong. Actually, 1 divided by c squared, no, that's pretty relativistic. V times... V cross E. Okay, I've made the coffee. Now I'm ready to stream. Over half an hour after starting the stream, I am ready to stream. Good time. Making good time. So, okay. I am back. Alright. It makes sense that it's across the velocity and electromagnetic, which means this would go perpendicular. So rotation, okay, that tracks. And then go learn to how to draw. Good night. Good night, fun main, bye, have fun, good luck. Okay, feature generated moving charge particle. Spinless charge particle. Spinless is always spin. Respect to the observer with a constant velocity v, which is much smaller than the speed of light in vacuum. The electric and magnetic fields generated by such a slowly moving particle are given by... Why are we dividing it by the speed of light squared? Wouldn't that increase it like crazy? No, it decreases it. Sorry, I'm blacked out for a second. Wouldn't that decrease it like crazy? Ready to stream, ready to cope with the Pope. I didn't kill the Pope! Energy to mass conversion. Would it be, really? I mean, I know E equals... Wait, what? How? Would you get the magnetic field from an energy to mass conversion? Make it X Victor from Arcane. Swim. I don't mean to be that guy, but all matter. All matter already did this. Wait, is that the one? I think that's the one. Which, if I remember correctly, was based off Victor from Arcane. This is just so good looking as well. My goodness. I was joking, okay. I said trust, which means you don't trust. I'm a contrarian, what can I say? No, by X I mean shipment. Oh, fuck off. I mean, to be fair, once he became more of a machine, maybe. Depends on how much of a human he was, you know? If we're on the beginning of the arc, then not really. On the end, the very, very end, like full machine, that's a maybe. Okay, so generated by moving particle. Point is it pops it to the side. Alright. Correct to order V divided by C squared. Never mind, not relativity. Well, I'll be. On R. Okay. So we've got this. Moving particle. Does electric change at all? It do? Oh yeah, because permittivity, that makes sense. You're not a furry, you're a robori. Machini. This is robbery. Musk, just stop. Just honestly, mods, can we drone strike Musk? Can someone drone strike him? The user, the Musk. Sobot Rex. Okay, is there anything we're lacking? Moving particle. A is acceleration of the charge. Yeah, okay, so this tracks so far, simple. Then the Maxwell's equations. A small volume of solid liquid comes to numerous number of atoms. Positive charge, negative charge, which motion to generate electric and magnetic fields that fluctuate rapidly both in space and in time. For most purposes, one does not wish to know in great detail the space and time variation of the fields. One usually wishes to know about the space and time averaged, not arranged. I'm drunk. Electric and magnetic fields. For example, the magnitude and direction of E average over time interval is determined by the instrument used to measure the field. This might be avoided at 10 to negative 6 seconds or more. Time is a very long compared to the time required for an electron to complete an orbit around the cell nucleus. One is usually interested in the value of these fields average over a volume that's small compared to the cube. Certain differential equations that can be used to calculate for calculating electric and magnetic field distributions and automatically provide the space and time averaged fields that are practical interests. Took last night that I got sick from someone at dinner I went to. Wait, you went to dinner after smoking weed? Damn. High five. Honestly. Your drones are still in Rome, sir. Well, what are they doing there? There was nothing for them in Rome to do. I didn't kill the Pope. I'm opposed to dislike your interaction with Higgs boson field. No more mass, y'all couldn't behave. 1 divided by c squared is the same as multiplying by epsilon null and mu null. Permeability and permittivity. But why are they inverses of the speed of light? Is there any physical meaning behind the square on c in e equals mc squared? This is literally a pure consequence of the math. Both, Lycan. It is both the consequence of the math and the physical meaning. It's actually kind of interesting because if I remember correctly, the square... Well, I suppose it's more of a consequence of the maths because the square was actually really problematic because it meant that in certain follow-up equations you had two solutions, the positive and negative ones. And then... I don't want to go in depth on this. Something, 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 Dirac C, something, something, something. Buzzwords, buzzwords, buzzwords. When fun to have done it high. When took an edible, like a few hours later, when the time hit full. Oh, God, Mike. That's pretty funny. They should be committed to memory in bold. I will not, in fact. Instead, I will read them. Where's Lemon when you need a... Large boundaries utility to working on the consequences of maxwell equations for special places as provide the required background and guidance solving practical problems like extreme magnetism. Henry's? What a silly name. Current density, net density of charges, density of magnetic field, yeah, density of electric dipoles per unit volume. Guys, I want Suzuki X90, make it, could you find it? I physically couldn't. He is the Pope. I like how we're basically ending up at this average Scooby-Doo episode, except we just keep taking off different masks of people. Okay, I think I'm ready to start scripting actually, because I think I have an idea for what to make of this video. We don't want to go in too depth because this video is supposed to be about like quantum field theory, electromagnetism, and not electrical engineering. We need quantum field theory. Makers, do you like Suzuki X90? I can't even count that high. 90? Ridiculous. Unbelievable. Where were you on September 8th, 2022? I was sleeping on a bench in the Vatican. London, Vatican. Vatican, totally, not London. Why would it be London? What would I even do in London? The Queen was fine. Which she died. I mean, doesn't matter. Unrelated. Unimportant. Okay. What do we want? Well, we might not want actually any of these. We want... Oh my goodness, tricky, because we want electricity and magnetism along with quantum mechanics. Oh, we might need to get out of library tickets again. Electromagnetism from the perspective of the photon, quantum field theory. Sorry, what's this? 34 pages. A lucky number. This looks manageable. 34 pages. said make it, lying to himself. Stop streaming when I'm sleeping in classes. Okay. Abstract. The monochromatic Dirac and polychromatic, I can't pronounce that, quantized field theories of electromagnetism are derived from a photon energy wave function, in much the same way one derives quantum field theory for electrons. That is, by quantization of a single particle wave function. The photon wave function and its equation of motion are established from the Einstein energy momentum mass relation, assuming a local energy density. This yields a theory of photon wave mechanics. The proper Lorentz invariant single photon scalar product is found to be non-local in coordinate space and is shown to correspond to organization of the whatever wave packet modes. The wave functions of PWM pulse width modulation and mode functions of quantum field theory are shown to be equivalent, evolving via identical equations of motion completely describe photonic states. We generalize pulse width modulation to 2 or more photons. I should stop. I can't. Whenever I read PWM, I read it as pulse width modulated because it's of Tefta. To 2 or more photons, then show how to switch between the pulse width modulation and quantum field theory viewpoints. The second order coherence tenses of classical coherence theory and the 2-photon wave function are shown to propagate equivalently. We give examples of beam-like states which can be used as photon wave functions in pulse width modulation or modes in quantum field theory. We propose a practical mode converter based on spectral filtering converted between wave packets and corresponding bi-orthogonal dual wave packets. Maybe make it turn them into a popsicle. Was your parent near Beijing on the 1st of June 1989? Do you think I wouldn't be able to... Do you really think I wouldn't be alive in 1989? Damn. Light travels to quantize Pope phones. Okay. Introduction, photo wave mechanics. I've been there actually. I'm good with that introduction. Okay. Okay, alright. Ah. Did no one leave as I was reading this? You people are insane. That was test by fire. I honestly didn't think anyone would be here. There we go. Now. So I'm in the corner of the screen because I think the stream has froze when you don't talk or move. Oh, you want something? Hold on, I gotcha. Where is it? It's... No, that's a kettle. No, that's a kettle. Where is it? Aha! There we go. Fixed. Now you can see. Subway Surfer, not Subway Surfers. Okay. Photon wave mechanics, pulse wave modulation. Chapter. Let's get to it. There are still many puzzling aspects of the nature of light. The central point to understand is the distinction between a corpuscular viewpoint and a field viewpoint of light. In the old days, the ye olden days, this was called wave-particle duality, but the phrase is little justice for the subtle issues involved. A key question is, can we view light as being comprised of particles called photons, or one must view light as a field, and the number of photons only as a name we give to the quantum state of the electromagnetic field? Recently, one can create single photon wave packets, which are more or less localized in space-time, and we can describe them using standard quantum field theory. In some papers, others ask questions such as, which path did photon take through my interferometer? Those authors with their classic questions, like, which path did my photon take through the interferometer? Hi Nicole, how you doing? Okay, so which is the phone? Go through which the fixation such question can be appropriately referred to alternative amplitudes that contribute to the fine amplitude of detection. These questions, however, presuppose that we know how to write down formulas for photon wave functions to represent these alternatives, along with a proper quantum wave equation for the photon wave function. Most of the many continue to use photon as particle language loosely, or sometimes even sloppily. In the case we care only about which beam a photon follows as it traces its way through an interferometer mirrors such a common language, probably fine. On the other hand, light fraction, ultra process, or complex phenomena, one needs to be more refined theory based on the equation. Okay, so far it seems like we've got ourselves a banger paper, an absolute banger paper for the wait, make it kill the Pope? I didn't kill the Pope! I didn't kill the Pope! I have no idea. I wasn't, like, I would, unrelated. I don't know what you mean. I didn't kill the Pope, okay? Can we all stop saying because I didn't, alright? I don't know why everyone thinks I killed the Pope. That's just, like, a completely, I didn't kill... Hi, Drumplug Lamp. Hi, Reblex. How you doing? How are you all doing? How is your day going? Let me just drink a sip of coffee. That will calm me down. Pretty shitty, to be honest. Oh no, what happened? Autism is hard, man. Like, no one accepts giving you accommodations. You got me with the autism is hard, man. Because, well, I like autism and I like hard men. So, like, I'm with you so far. Hold on. This is our fair. Let me just. Damn it. Firefox didn't let me drag it out. So sources. Source number 1, which is the quantum field theory photon. This will be. Well, there better and better will be no downloads. First one. Then the second one will need electromagnetism, for which we will use this book. However, we won't use it much because it's going a bit too deep into practical stuff, you know, the actual useful stuff, which I don't appreciate for my purely theoretical video. Let's call it fields. It can be a drain on mental health when you need to fight literally every day to get most of the basic stuff. Well, that's unfortunate then. I just want to say that in that case, it is impressive that you still managed to get through the day. And I just want to say that I appreciate all the hard work you do. I appreciate it. And I thank you for it. Life's hard, but I'm harder. Make it sometimes just too easy. What is the newest good make it upload? The Quaternions video. I finally finished it after 5 minutes of work. After 5 minutes of work, I finally finished the Quaternions video, which is good. Fields will be this. Our second source of the day. And then, would we need a third? Connecting them together would be nice. 5 minutes tops. Exactly, just 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. All I needed. And I did it in 5 minutes. Well, 5 minutes, 30 hours. It's the same thing. What's the difference? Neurospice level, sometimes clarification. Neurospice level, sometimes a clarification or consent question. Too many. It's more appreciated. I'm sorry, Theo. Give me a second. My brain just isn't accepting your word. Knowing that on the neurospicy level, sometimes a clarification on consent questions too many is more appreciated than annoying. Theo, could you please? My brain isn't able. I'm getting a memory leak. I'm overheating. Could you please rephrase it for me? 5 minute bottoms. Hey, you know, my life is pretty rough. I do have to say, I have 60,000 subs, and not a single top. That's why my life is hard. That's a double pun for you. You're welcome. Get him with the 1, get him with the 2. Okay. So we got the sources for the video squared away. Next, we need to plan it. First, intro is always a good start. Then, I think the first and the last should be the same. A brief overview. A brief review. And then, right here we should have fields. Right here we should have photons. Is that good enough? Bottoms unionized, the mindless rights. That's so funny. Pop into best comments. There we go. I'm floor gang, so 5 minutes bottom. Hard times make strong men. Strong men make good times. Good times make weak men. And weak men make me hard. Gillette, it's time for men. That's also a really good one. Damn, we're getting a lot of really good comments today, I have to say. Or maybe I'm in a good mood. Or maybe both. I don't know. But I'm including that as well. That's funny. Okay. There we go. Make it. You should make merch, like interesting science stuff. I would if I had enough money to actually do it. It takes. I've already mentioned it in the past. I want to make really cool stuff. I have a bunch of ideas for making really cool stuff. I don't want my merch to be just t-shirts or whatever. I want them to be cool, and they will be. No context, just weak men make me hard. I was reading a comment, but at the same time, I will not defend that claim, because that claim is just correct. Weak men make me hard, and I will not apologize for who I am. Alright, introduction, then brief overview, which will be just a brief overview and a brief review will be the same thing. The only difference being that the brief review will be the same set of animations as the brief overview, except this time we'll have more context and so on and so forth. This video isn't that much of a pressing concern for me. This one will take a much longer time, so I just wanted to plan it right now. We're having a bit of a chill stream, so you know, make it like Twinks. Yeah, famously known. That's not even. Have you seen my nickname in Terraria? I will. One of them. Fun fact: when I first beat in Terraria for the first time in my life, my nickname was, I think it was either Femboy Fucker 69 or Tomboy Fucker 69. I don't remember which one. It was one of them. I've played both. I would buy Make It merch. Yeah, but I want my merch to be cool. I don't want it to be like a garbage money grab. I don't know, just shirts or whatever. I want it to be really proper cool. And I thought about it. I have a couple of ideas. The only problem is that they would take a bunch. I will make them. I don't know, pocket electrolyzer or something. A taser. Make it taser. Wanna tase some people? Buy a Make It taser. It's a weapon. I'll proudly admit it. My girlfriend is a shy tomboy. God is good. Damn. I'll drink to that call. You know what? I am not one to be jealous. I'll just drink to that. Good for you. Make it beat it. Like it. Come on. Crows. Y'all honestly. Gotta go. Alright. Bye, Unplugged on. Bye. Friendly reminder that tops can be subs and bottoms can be doms. Yeah, and I have 60,000 subs. It's one of my favorite jokes. I like it a lot. Okay, this one. Oh, this one will be fun. By the way, Testa will join in this stream, so I'll need to. Wanna taste both? Dynamic one. I copied the dynamic code. He was legit self-reporting. Self-reporting. More YouTube subscribers. If I pop up on your stream, you'll see. This is the first stage of read more subscribers. I'm losing my mind, Roblox. You're not helping. Introducing Domscribers. No, I wouldn't have any. Hold on, because what we need for this is CD desktop projects. Make the my own file formats. Oh boy, am I about to make yet another GitHub repository? Fuck it, fine, let's do it. Wait, no, CD projects, yeah, remove it. We don't need it. Instead, we're just gonna make another GitHub repository because I'm a hoarder. I keep making new repositories. Ah, verification code in this economy? Unbelievable. I was supposed to help. Reblax, J-Rage is not a good thing for mental health of anyone. Obsessively singing J-Rage songs is not... That's not something I would call healthy mental health. I would call that a healthy mental illness. Hold on. In my GitHub verification. Oh my god, I gotta go. Don't kill the Pope again. I didn't even do it the first time. What do you mean? I have no idea what you could be even repairing to. I wouldn't know. How would I know? Thou shalt not consume with the cement. Would you rather be blasted by the power of 10,000 suns or be forced to consume 1 million wards? I've done both, that actually. They were kind of related together. I was trying to consume 1 million wards of another deity and they blasted me with the power of 1,000 suns. So I do have to say that consuming the wards was a much more pleasant. Although I do have to say, the 1,000 suns is not as bad as people paint it to be. Yeah, it's pretty comfy actually. Statistically speaking, I am the only one here who the YouTube algorithm has blessed with knowledge of Jreg's secret third channel. Is that third channel a secret? Wait, the first one is Jrej, the second one is Gregory. The third one, I've seen the third one, I don't remember it though. At the top of my head, I don't remember it. Or maybe I haven't seen it, maybe I'm just delusional and schizophrenic. I guess if I'm delusional and schizophrenic, that just makes me more likely to have seen it. Dread? Oh no, then I haven't seen it. Although I could have sworn that I've seen 3 J-Race channels. Didn't he have a main one, a second one, and then the real one? Oh my goodness! Reblax don't share secrets like these, my goodness. I am the Joker 2 of Joker 2. My goodness gracious me. The third time speaking about being delusional and schizophrenic. I am like a War Thunder player if J-Rich was the government. No, just the two. Just the two. This honestly is like this would be in like top 10 of my favorite comments of all time. This would be in top 10. Wow, fuck, that's good. That's so good. I am like a War Thunder player if J-Rage was the government. That's so like Reblax core. That's such a Reblax core. Oh my goodness. Oh, I got dizzy. Okay. Let's for a video. Okay. Just a quick file format I made for a video. Oh, that's good. That's so good. Anyway, the thing that I was planning on trying to do was I was trying to open up this and then git clone the repository I just made, then cd file format for a video, and then code, and there we go. J-Rage gaming was a thing. I think it was. I think it was a thing, but I don't. I know that it was a bit in some of his videos. Anyhow. Let's make a new file, let's call it main. And let's I don't remember the proper anything, honestly. I lost my ways. Main.c. And let's do it. Let's do it. Garage had a Dre Gaming YouTube channel. I like that I've been spreading the Żregż mine virus to the point where basically I could say Grzdraż and Timon knows I'm talking about J-Rage. Even though Timon is like didn't even know what J-Rage was. The same with the Make It Mind virus. The Make It Mind virus is a real thing. There are so many people right now who just listen to songs or watch movies or just, you know, inject media of any sorts, which see Make It pop up somewhere. You've corrupted me. Nibble of the sacred cement. No, the cement of life and the cement of death. Hi, the Tefta. What a time to join in.
Hey,
Hi. It's going pretty well. I am so sorry for the most recent 2 days. I genuinely was lying to myself and thought that I could finish the video in like 2 or 3 hours. I was close. It turns out that I just missed a 0 at the end. You know, order of magnitude off. It happens. But yeah.
That's hilarious.
I finally finished it, so... Yep.
I'm driving back to my place, so it is a little noisy, so I'll try not to...
Oh, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Yeah, so today I can finally get started learning on the PCB, because I already forgot the entire process, obviously. I've done it once in my life, so obviously I forgot the entire process. But I need to relearn everything. And also work on some other videos. I'm making my own file format for a video to explain how memory and storage works.
Awesome.
Yeah, hopefully it will be pretty neat. Yes, man. That's better, stronger. Oh yeah, that song by Daft Punk. Every single time I listen to it, it's so motivational, because it starts with, you know, work it, make it, and that just gives me motivation. You know, Daft Punk telling me a personal message to just work, try my best. It's honestly, it means a lot. Okay. Do I even remember how to do stuff in main? That's a good question. We definitely will need standard I/O. That's because we will be accessing files, obviously. All right, let's try it. Let's see if I remember. Main C, and then output main exe. Is it fine? It seems to be. Let's see. Main. It worked. Festive, lovely, fantastic. Now, oh, the day is kind of covering. It's only covering the top. It's not important. Now we want to do it properly, and ideally, I would like my file format. I don't want to go too crazy. I do want to divide it into multiple videos to make it a bit more reasonable. Originally, I would like to eventually build up this file format into something much larger, hopefully. But originally, I just wanted to To do what? Well, just save numbers, array. An array of integers, then we're gonna change it into an array of structs, then we're gonna keep going until we get something fun. How do you call someone from Maine a maniac? I appreciate that pun. Maine. You call someone from Arkansas as a utilitarian? I don't get that's too American of a joke for me. Okay, so what will we need? Well, we have the main file, obviously, for the main. I want to keep it as clean as possible, so we're going to have a separate file, which we are going to have for just reading, writing, accessing the files. And then, what? My mind keeps going to these hyper advanced things we could do. For example, we could set it up in a way so that the file writing will be done using a DLL, which means that that DLL could be replaced and you would have a single program that's just responsible for writing the files, but you can switch up the DLLs, which means that you could write to anything you want. So then you could have a file, the file format, that's the program. If you want to save it to a PC, you just have the DLL used for saving to be just the typical access from the kernel. If you want to send it over the internet, then you would switch up the DLL to something that just sends the data over, just sends the data over the Ethernet, and so on and so forth. But that's way too advanced. It's supposed to be a simple thing for a simple video. And so we shall keep it that. First we need to plan it. And I'll be back to my usual activity. I'm assuming. Any questions, concerns, be sure. Actually, Reblax, I do have a bit of a question. Just a quickie, if you don't mind. Just a quick question. Yeah, real quick. Just something light. Not too crazy. Would you mind just a quick one? Quick question I have. Don't worry, it won't even be like 5 minutes. Could I ask something real quick, Reblax? Or did Reblax leave already? No. Be sure to hydrate for communication purposes. I am actively drinking coffee. I'm actually running out. I'll need to buy some. Oh, thank goodness for stores, shops, and communities waiting to be purchased. Oh yeah, Reblax, you're still here. A quick question. I have this paper, you see, and would you mind helping me out a bit with understanding it? It's honestly, it's not, just it's this paper about the about S6 sphere. It's just for no reason whatsoever, and just a quick light read. Just nothing much, nothing too crazy. It's hold on, because yeah, it's a quick light read, nothing too crazy. As you can see, there's nothing too extreme. It's all pretty simple stuff. I love it when the subscript looks like this. A crackwood paper. No, it's fine. You can see that's actually, yeah, it's pretty simple. It's all basic. Okay, this is more manageable, if anything. My beloved. I found the paper. No, but I think it claims to settle a famous open problem, so I mean, if it does, then I have no idea. If I can be completely honest with you, Reblax, I was looking up things on higher dimensional spheres for what, simply because I think I have something, and this wasn't quite related to what I was looking for because it's way above my pay grade. But I saved the link to it because it's so I think it would have been funny to just include screenshots of it in the video. Because it's way above my pay grade. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend as if I can read this. I can't. Look at it. I tried. It took me half an hour to realize I can't. I was on the train. so I just had the time. I think I reached like here. I think I managed to get this far. How do I market a revolution idea? I want to make money off of it. How do you market a revolution idea? That depends on the revolutionary idea, I suppose. However, a quick question. Is your revolutionary idea motivated by the want to making money off of it? Or is it a revolutionary idea and you want to spread it whilst making money? Because if you have a revolutionary idea and you want to just make money off the idea you already have, then marketing won't be not so much of a problem. Just work on it long enough, be really careful, and then once you go far enough, when the project revolutionary project is finished in so much capacity, then you will have plenty of people begging you to let you market it, but you should still be careful so that they won't screw you. However, if you want to make a lot of money and for that you invent the revolutionary idea, you need to be careful that you may not be biased towards your idea a bit too much, and it might not be just as much revolutionary as you think. Generally make aircraft more efficient. That does sound lovely. I suggest just work on it. Do you have proof that it works? If I were you and if I had that kind of revolution idea, I would work on it for like 2 months, maybe 3, just documenting all the research and designing it properly. And once your findings are complete, then find some people who already have established presence in the aerospace industry and try to sell them the idea. A good idea is to patent it in the before you do it, if you really think you're onto something. That would be my advice. Work on it, research it, engineer it until you have proof that it works, then patent, and then meet with established aerospace people. I'm not a professional, I wouldn't know what they are called. It's been 2 months, Meg. I haven't been able to watch your streams for exactly 2 months. It's been 2 months. And so you do have proof. In that case, patent it. First step. That's my advice. There's no legal advice, by the way, because I can get sued for giving illegal advice. Take everything I say with a grain of salt, a huge one. You asked me for my advice, so I'm trying to give you one, but not qualified. By the way, also on the side, I want to say it's impressive. If you actually managed to find something like that, that's really impressive. And I'm impressed. Good for you. Oh yeah, I got distracted with the 6-dimensional sphere. That's not what we're doing. What we're doing is planning a boulder of salt. I do have one caveat in the design, but I prefer not to try it. Is it an engineering problem or is it the entire idea problem? So do you think you could fix it by changing the design, or do you think that's an inherent flaw of the idea? Because if you could just change it by changing the design, then it should be fine. Okay, we're gonna have a file. I'm gonna visualize it as a rectangle to make it easier. Your paper is not a crackpot paper. Is it not? But like, it's unclear whenever the proof has been accepted by mathematical community. I'll take it! I'll take it, Reblax. That's actually so much better than I expected. I'll take it. Listen, that's... I'll take it. I'm fine with adding to the video like, oh, by the way, this proof has not been accepted yet. Can increase the RPMs without stronger composite materials, which defeats the purpose, which was to make the entire thing lighter. Let me think. No. Okay, well, that is unfortunate. but still, be careful and try to sell the idea in that case. Patent is always a good way to do it. It's kind of like formal proof that, you know, you made a thing. I wish you all the best, Kelvin. I really do. I think if that's the case, you might be onto something great, and that is really impressive, and that's really great. I keep getting distracted. We're gonna have this in two forms. We're gonna have the metadata at the top, and we're gonna have the data data at the bottom. So, the metadata will tell... originally, let's start small. We're just gonna have an array. That's all it's going to be. It's going to be an array. I'm still on the fence whether it should be an array of structs or just an array of numbers. I think an array of structs would be nicer. It's an array of... Okay, array of structs. Metadata will be the struct format. And then the array length. And then make it... What was the stream about? Oh, it wasn't about anything. I just have a headache. And so I'm just trying to walk my way through it. And then the entire bottom thing will be the data, so just input the array. I think Remco is suited to reading apparently uses method in mathematical physics. Has whiskey to cope while I don't. Alright then, hold on. You found the paper, by the way, by the name, I'm assuming. Or did I send it? I'm delusional. You found it by the name. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna send it in this case. In the internet booth. All right. File handling .c and .h. So file handling .c will just take an array of void pointers, and geez, I'm really a C programmer, aren't I? It will take an array of void pointers and an array of doubles, no doubles, the, oh my goodness, unsigned longs, and then there's homework for you. Okay, so we'll need first an int hi Tefta.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, you unmuted, so I assumed that. There we go, hi. It's going well. I can put the file thing for later. And I'm just writing.
Awesome. I'm almost situated. 30 seconds and I'll be...
Okay, then I'll just do the basic boilerplate. And then I'll, yeah. You should read my research paper. I'm planning to publish it through Cambridge. Oh, that's impressive. What kind of research paper is that? Oh, that's not what I meant at all. I'm an idiot. Delete this.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay. In that case, I'm pretty certain I should have still all the software. I don't remember even what was the name of that program.
KiCad.
KiCad, obviously. I remember KiCad.
So funny story, I got my 4-layer PCB in the mail today.
Oh, how is it?
Good. I still have to wait 2 or 3 days to get all the other components, but super excited.
Oh, so you haven't tested it yet?
No, and it's all surface mounted.
By the way,
too,
I have
so
a question, because that's one thing I've been curious about. When you design a PCB, is there are there any other ways to test it before it's printed and you order it, then to like just, you know, check if you did it correctly?
Well, not in the software that I'm using.
Oh, that's terrifying then. I don't. By the
Well,
way,
yeah,
I do
but you
realize
can
that what I'm doing right
breadboard it.
now. I do realize that right now what I'm doing is a bit shitty, considering how you have a PCB sitting right now that's untested for now. So I do realize what I'm doing right now is a bit shitty in that regard. But I have been curious for a while, because in that case, waiting for a PCB to be delivered
Yeah.
is quite terrifying.
It is, especially if you got it wrong and it's like the last of your money, which I've done a few times.
Oh
And I'm
no.
like, if I don't have this, then I have, I got to wait another month because then I have to redesign it, right? There's a lot that goes into it. So it can be like a whole month of delay if one PCB is wrong. So what I've done now is I will segregate my circuits and make just test PCBs. I've also purchased these surface mounted component header pins. They're like custom PCBs that match the footprint of whatever device that you have. So even though it's surface mounted soldering, you can buy like a big PCB that you put that on top of that will give you pin headers you can plug into a breadboard. So essentially what you can do is you can literally lay out your entire schematic on a breadboard before you design
Oh,
it.
that
And you can
makes sense, I
still use
suppose.
those surface mounted components. Yeah. So I have like SOT23. Those are pretty popular. Those are the 3-pin um, and 5-pin ones. But for like weird MCUs, like I don't know, like a CPU of some sort, I mean, you might as well just make a whole board because there's so many pins. It's just like, well, okay, what are you gonna really test? So then I just use a dev board, right, that has all those pins, and I just look at the schematics from the dev board. Luckily, this company Wemos, they make dev boards and they make all of their circuits open source, so you can just look at their circuits. That's the same company that makes those pink ESP32s you have.
That's nice. What's
Yeah.
up with like hardware processes and everything hardware dev related, and almost all of them being open source? I'd have to say, like, a shocking amount of companies that make things related to development make their things open source.
Yeah, well, you'd probably want to, right? So if you're let's say you made a chip and you spent $1 billion making the new Espressif ESP32, how are you going to get it to be adopted?
I suppose that's true.
Right? And so you could have spent, not really a billion, but let's just say it's 100 million to develop this new one. And how are you going to make your money back unless you sell the boards or whatever? So it's in their best interest to make some of them open source. And then specifically having good developer relationships is tough, and tools, right? So it's almost like each of these devices has a whole ecosystem and it's a platform, right? It's not like a car where you just buy it and then
Yeah,
it
exactly.
does what it's supposed to. It's like you're buying a blank computer that can be compute anything, literally, and anything.
All right, in that case, the KiCad, right? Because I remember there was a process to it, which
Yeah, it's good to have a new folder and just start a new one.
yeah, let's call it. Sure,
I always put mine in GitHub, but
I'm not gonna for the. I already have too many like development GitHub projects. I just started a new one 5 seconds ago. So let's call it I don't know, adapter. Why not? I won't obviously design it right now. I just want to relearn everything. File name adapter. Now, if I remember correctly, the schematic editor was the place where you actually design, and then it automatically adapts to a PCB.
sure. Yeah. And so I usually always start in the schematics because then that's where I do most of the work. But so the first thing is that what is the footprint of the devices that you want on this?
Okay.
And footprints are like, okay, how are you going to solder the devices?
Oh,
Is
okay.
it pin headers? Does it have surface mounted little pads that you got to have? Like what is the in and out of this
All right. So
PCB
yeah,
that you're trying to make?
in this case, I'm starting small, so no surface mounted. I'm just gonna solder everything with pins. Oh,
So header pins. Yeah,
yes.
so what pitch of the header pins? Is it 2.54 millimeters? Is it 1.25? So it's good to
The wait, pitch is the what?
distance between the pins.
Oh, I see. Okay, so in this case, the only thing that will matter will be the Raspberry Pi Pico pitch of pins. In which case, it is the oh, jeez, GUS. Would it be on the date
0.5.
date
I think
sheets?
it's yeah, it should say it on the schematic or pinout sometimes.
Pitch isn't. What about pinouts?
If it goes onto a breadboard, it's probably 2.54.
Pin locations. Oh, I'm getting pin locations for the chip. uh, oh, because that's RP2040 date sheet, and obviously I'm getting. Oh, because I'm just. I have ADHD and I clicked on the first link on the website instead of actually reading what I'm clicking on. Is there a Raspberry Pi Pico? There should be. Raspberry Pi Pico date sheets.
Yeah, they're 2.54 millimeters or 0.1 inch pitch.
I'm glad you found it in that case. Yeah, there we go. Wait, what did you just say?
2.54 millimeter is the pitch, which is standard breadboard,
Oh, it's inches here. Okay.
or
No.
0.1 inch. Yeah,
All
it's
right.
0.1 is 2 point because 2.54.
What a universe in which you went with metric and I found in imperial.
That's funny.
What a twist. Okay.
So what I'd probably do if I were you, this is a good opportunity because I would just go to Ultra Librarian and see if they have that exact device, footprint, and they call it Shiza. What does KiCad call this? Sketch. No. So Ultra Librarian. Because you don't really want to remake the ESP32 footprint. It's probably just better if did you have Raspberry Pi Zero?
Oh, the Raspberry Pi Zero, not Pico.
Yeah.
So, if I want to import, is there a way to
Yeah,
import
so
something that...
you start with finding the file. I usually only go to Ultra Librarian,
Okay.
and it says I'll just do a Google search. Raspberry Pi Pico Ultra Librarian.
I found it free online.
Okay, and so then you want to download that. It says no symbol available. That's what it's called, symbol.
Oh.
No footprint available and no 3D model available. Okay. Okay, we'll probably just make it
Pun
ourselves.
intended.
Yeah. So yeah, it's so you'll want to get the pinout for the Raspberry Pi Pico.
Hold on. Can I just try something real quick? What is the file format for it? PCB CAD, right?
Yeah, just look up KiCad because you're looking for symbol and you're looking for footprint. The symbol is pretty easy to remake. The footprint is more important. So Raspberry Pi Pico, KiCad footprint.
I found on GitHub KiCad library for Raspberry Pi Pico.
Okay, so you'll want to download that. Perfect. It has both. Yeah.
Oh, it feels so good to be... right here I have a terminal open for the website. When I was adding donation, I have a terminal open for the code project, and I have a terminal open for this right now. This feels so good to be back. Okay, so I have it. In fact, the thing downloaded.
So you're in here. So just you extracted it. perfect. Go to file. My KiCad
By the
isn't
way,
even installed.
should I give you a stream on Discord so that would be faster?
Oh yeah,
There we go.
that'll work.
It just hit me that
Awesome.
it might be a bit slow. There we go. So file. Yep. I'm assuming insert schematic sheet content.
No, you want to go to tools. Sorry, I think it's in tools, and then symbol editor.
Never mind. That was no way where I thought it was gonna be.
Now go file import. No, it's add library, and then yeah, global is fine.
Yeah, because it
And
will
now
be useful.
where you want to navigate to that folder.
Okay, hold on. Mm-hmm.
So I actually showed my PCB to someone on another forum, and one of the electric engineers from Samsung
Oh.
gave me pointers.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and so he was like, "You probably want to do this, this, and that," and and I was like, "Thank you so much," and I did all those, and he's like, "Well, and also this," and I just had to like send a big thank you to him because I'm like, "You really."
I do
You
have to
really
say
helped me
though,
out a
that
lot.
is a certain level for an actual engineer to,
Yeah,
because if they are giving honest advice, that means they believe enough to to put some work into looking for this advice. That's
yeah,
incredible. That's so
and they looked at 5 revisions, and what's crazy is that yeah, like they're the one that suggested 4 layers instead of 2, because I was
wow.
trying to do it with 2, and they're like, no, you really got to have 4. So it pushed me for the first time to make a 4-layer PCB, which was super exciting.
That is so great. That's so amazing.
I know, and so like it's serendipitous that I get to help you now, because it's just like it's the world of
Giving
programmers or
forward.
engineers, they just help each other. It's kind of cool. I don't know, camaraderie.
Yeah, the collaboration is incredible. That's so sweet, nice, and amazing. I love it so much.
So I think it's in KiCad if you just and then wait till you see a file that you can open. Yeah, it's that bottom one then.
Sim?
Symbol.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not all symbol libraries could be loaded.
Manage symbol just paths. Okay, hit OK. And it looks like it didn't import. So try again,
and
and
a
then
different
maybe
thing.
click on yeah.
Wait, no, not new symbol. I'm an idiot. There was an add library. Sorry.
Add library, yeah.
There's also modular elements. No, there's nothing there. This appears to be the only one.
Yeah, try it again. And what's that error? I haven't seen that one. Library.
Oh wait, a library already exists, so I need to delete this one. Is there a way to delete it, or is it?
No, it's like a library, and you need a library. All the other libraries are read only.
Oh, I mean, is there a
So
way to? Oh, so there is no way to delete it from the libraries.
no,
That's.
not in an easy way.
I
There
mean,
probably is. I just don't know what it
hold
is.
on, because there is a possibility. Ah, the metadata wouldn't be nice on it. Okay, it's fine. We can tombful around a bit.
Okay, I'm gonna follow along.
We can tombful around a bit. Info lib will it be? No.
Can you give me the link that you're using? That way I can.
The link I'm using for what?
The GitHub.
Oh, right, yes. This. Right here on chat.
Thank you, sir.
There we go. And then. It feels weird because sometimes. At this point, we have enough patrons that sometimes people join in on the live voice chat, and it's weird to see messages I haven't sent, nor have been sent on stream here, with people just talking. It feels like someone just you rented a house to someone with Airbnb. That's what it feels like. It's very odd feeling. This is library. Okay.
KiCad.
Obviously, libraries would in this case be.
So tools, symbol editor, import library. KiCad folder. Okay, you might need to update your version of KiCad because mine uploaded right away.
What?
So you might want the newest version of KiCad.
Wait, but is there a way to delete the library from this? Because if not, then we won't be able to import it, will we? Or am I thinking about it
should
incorrectly?
be fine. No, it should be fine. It's interesting how KiCad is like meant to be on GitHub. They do a good job that way. So it's like relative folders. If you looked inside of that file, speaking of, you'd probably see a reference to a relative directory of where that's at.
Okay, updating KiCad. How?
I don't know. I would just go to re-download the new one, and it might automatically superimpose it. Me ask.
Normally they just, normally there are files for each version. That's why for example, when I open up Blender, I have like Blender 4.2, 4.0, 4.1, 3.5. I have all of these blenders, which is comical.
Yeah.
And because each time we download, it just goes into the Blender folder and just adds the new file for the version.
You might want to just re-download the new KiCad because it worked flawlessly on mine.
Wait, is it only the release on servers? That's interesting. Never seen it only from other servers.
Yeah, GitHub is where I usually get mine.
I'm gonna get it from Sand because I'm fancy. That makes no difference whatsoever. Oh, yeah, it makes sense. My KiCad version was 7. This is 9.0.1. That's two major versions of different. That could actually be it.
Yeah. It looks like mine loaded, and I'm gonna test the.
Oh, please don't hit me with that. It worked on my machine.
No. My version,
I know. I'm joking.
Oh,
the famous fix. It worked on my machine.
My computer is fast. Finally, it's probably the most boring purchase to ever make, but.
Oh, I always find it exciting because every single time afterwards, all of a sudden the renders just are orders of magnitude faster. And things that would take me days to render previously, right now, just snap a finger.
I do have a 4060 Ti now.
Oh yeah, that's powerful. I think I already mentioned it, but I plan on moving again to a cheaper place, and then I'm gonna buy myself a stronger PC.
Awesome.
And I also think
or
about
just get 10 more patrons.
okay, exactly. I also think about turning this current one, served me well. I think about turning it into a server, where setting it up in a way so that it could render animations, no matter where. And that would be nice because then I could just buy a laptop maybe even, and just go to places, and then I'll be able to render animations no matter where I am. And then
Awesome.
I might go on a first vacation in 4 years. I don't know. Maybe.
You need a vacation.
I honestly forgot how they
Come
feel.
to the US.
Maybe. I don't have a passport even. I've never bothered to make one because I didn't have a need for it. I've never gone anywhere. Hold on. Open project. No, don't. I'd like to imagine that you don't want me to go simply because you don't want me to be in the US. Scary thought. Wait, where was I even? No, my file explorer is only showing me the video files, not the. As for the most recent video, not the one I actually need, which is the. No, that's the Raspberry Pi Pico. Adapter, right. Adapter, this is the file. And do I just Pro, right? Project, I don't know what I'm asking, obviously. Okay, in this case, schematic, and if I remember correctly, it was tools, then a symbol editor.
Yep.
I'm a quick learner. hopefully. And then add library global. And in this case, the thing I want is this one. It loaded
There
just
you go.
fine, yeah. That was
Now it has
exactly the
all
issue.
of those. Perfect. So now you can just hit save and then exit out of here. You got to figure out which one is yours because you got like 10 here.
That is curious, actually. Why is the default Pico like this? The default Pico.
And remember,
see.
these are just the layouts. This is just the symbol, so you can connect all this stuff together. It's not the footprint.
I am an idiot. You are correct. Yes. Okay. That
Yeah, it takes a little bit to get used to, because
yeah, this is.
but yeah,
I am
we just have to
so
match the
glad you
Pico
are
button.
here. Honestly.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So now you just have to figure out which one do you have. Is it a Pico W?
it's a Pico W. I have
Okay,
I
yeah.
have
So
Pico
go,
W, Pico H. Yeah, we can just pick one.
awesome. So now go to place, I think. Place and then place symbols, or you can just press the
Place
letter A.
symbols.
Yeah. And then you want to type in Pico in the filter, and it should bring up
Okay.
those. And so I think just the Raspberry Pi Pico.
The difference
You might
between
want
Pico and Pico W is just that the W has a different name at the bottom.
Yeah, but
Which makes sense.
There's 4 pins on the bottom that you might want. So maybe the debug pins, Pico W with debug pins. Yeah, I would
Okay.
select that one. And so then you can place that anywhere. And then
Oh, yeah.
save. Now, if you go to Tools and then Edit Symbol Fields, halfway through the bottom. So now this shows you the components, of which you only have one, and it probably already has a footprint assigned.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. So there, the footprint is done. So you can just close this window. Sometimes you have to select it manually, and you can literally just press the PCB button at the very top bar, right? Yeah. And then it should open up the PCB.
And then just
there's
add in the.
There's a button at the top where it's half schematic, half PCB. It's like 4th icon from the right. There you go. And then once you close, it should import.
One error.
What's the error?
Cannot add footprint module because it's not found. Surface.
Okay,
That's not. Is that not surface mounted? Is that what it means?
SMD, yeah, SMD or SMT. Sorry.
Uh,
Yeah, you can just close this. So we will need to go into footprint editor instead of tools here. If you go back to the schematic window. Sorry,
schematic editor.
back to the footprint, the black one. There you go.
All right.
Inside of this window, go to tools and then footprint editor as opposed to
Okay, so footprint is the physical, whilst schematic is the idea, the plan.
the simple. Yeah, it's like the pins and what their names are. And then the footprint is how the pins actually connect in the real world.
Okay.
So we do the same thing, file, add library, but this is a footprint library as opposed to a
Okay, makes
symbol
sense.
library.
Footprint, physical, symbol, digital. I don't know if that's.
This time,
sorry,
you just select the Raspberry Pi Pico folder itself.
Oh, the entire Raspberry Pi Pico folder, like
Yep.
this.
And then just select folder, yeah. Because footprints are folders.
It's empty.
Oh. Huh. Let me add library. Did that say that it had the footprint too? It might not. It's possible that it doesn't. Oh, it might be the modular elements. dot pretty. Yeah, I think it's the modular elements dot pretty. Let's see. That's
Modular elements
tool.
are pretty. That does have something in it, yeah, and it
Yeah.
does
Okay.
look like the
So you
modular
need to.
element.
So we're gonna have to copy and paste these because this isn't a full blown footprint. So you'll have to select the one. Well, this is a pain. See, usually footprints are just one thing.
Wait, I also found this.
Yeah, yeah, that there you go.
Okay, there we go.
Awesome, awesome. So now all you have to do is that's called PyPico Common. Awesome. So if you go back to the schematic editor,
Schematic
or-
editor. Yep.
and then tools, and then edit symbol fields. Now we can click on the footprint, and there's a little library button that allows you
And
to select.
Pico Common, I assume, because I don't know if there's any other. Yeah, Pico Common, because we don't want the. So this. I'm pretty certain with the footprint, it won't really matter to match one exactly because all of these should be fairly similar, except for the SMD ones, obviously. This certainly does look like the one, though.
Yeah. So it also has that USB thing, so that way you can make sure that
I was about to say that that's really nice, and I think that's just really lovely to also
Yeah.
add like a negative zone for things that will be there.
That's awesome. So if you hit OK and then OK again, you
What-
should be able to go back
Okay,
to
or
the
apply and save
footprint.
the schematic. Because there was also a button apply and save the schematic.
It should do the same thing.
Okay, I wanted to make sure just in case. There we go. So
Now if you
now
update the PCB, it should
3 errors.
hit close. Let's see
One
what
step
pops up.
forwards, 3 steps back. Oh, there
There
we
you
go.
go.
Never mind. Egg on my
Errors
face.
don't necessarily mean much sometimes.
That's very confusing to me. But okay. So, and now if I remember correctly, then whenever I just design it in the adapter, I remember these sheet pins. Am I picking the right one? Where you just add the 2 connections between things.
Yeah, so that's where literally you're just naming like anything you want. Let's say it's data line.
Mhm.
And then as long as both of those little tags have the same text, it will link them together as if there's a wire connecting.
Okay.
That's just to make your schematic look nice.
I do have to say then I really appreciate your help with this. However, with the other thing I would need help, because I'll be honest, from here on, I don't think I'll need much help just with the pure design, because that seems like, for this project, a simple job. It's not a complex project. However, one thing I would like your help with is with the design itself. The fun bit, which is what I wanted to do, and I would like your experienced view on my idea.
Okay.
So basically,
What's that?
yeah, what I want is, as I mentioned, it to be an adapter that just takes in, I think I'll just switch to 3, that seems a lot more manageable, has a Raspberry Pi with the USB sticking out, and has 3 different segments that will be the outputs for the SPI. And then,
Okay.
also maybe on the side, some some outputs with, I have these things, the little components that are like transistors, except a bit better made, so that basically you can just plug in 2 wires, and then the Raspberry Pi can just turn on and off the flow of electricity between them, so on and so forth. I want these. And then on the other side, what I would like is a battery pack, and then USB connection. I'm gonna have to, well, I probably won't have to order it because in my electrical garbage it's probably already there. A USB-C to pins adapter for the power.
Yeah.
And then just a switch that switches in between them. So off, battery on, USB on. And that's my idea for it in general. That's the general plan I have. Now, you've mentioned in the past that plugging in the microcontrollers directly to power from batteries is fine, as long as As long as the power drain, right? Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Yeah. So actually, you can literally download my schematic from Open Muscle if you want. Let me just find the direct link for you. Because in the hardware, the older version of the labeler in version 1-0, if you download, here's the link. I'm going to put it in. Oh, I'm putting it in the YouTube chat. That works too. But I'll put it in here. That should have all the circuitry that you need wired correctly, and it works, if I'm not mistaken.
That's good to know. Okay.
What you do is open up the schematic, not as a file, not as like a project, but just the schematic itself on your computer, and you can copy the symbols over.
The schematic not as a project, only as a file. So in KiCad.
Yeah, if you just open it up in Explorer, it should automatically open up those extensions .sch, or it's KiCad_sch. If you just find the .KiCad_sch.
And the link we sent was labeler KiCad version 1.0. Right here. The SCH?
Yes, SCH.
Oh, no, wait, no, that's not what I meant. Never mind, it worked. I opened up the old version, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Basic, I appreciate that.
Yeah, so you see the switch in the very middle top. There's that switch.
Power switch and button menu?
Yeah. But this is kind of wired backwards because you don't actually need. So you see that charging circuit, the one square that says charging?
Yes.
That is pretty much all you need for charging. It's a LTC 4054. Almost every dev board that has battery charging built in uses that LTC 4054. The problem is that you have two resistors and a capacitor with a LED. And so you could replace those with through holes if you want. But if you want charging, that's the minimum circuitry required, plus a switch to turn on and off the charging instead of a P-channel MOSFET.
I like the exclamation point, by the way, right here.
Yeah. So, because the last one didn't have 3v3, it was like I don't know, 1.5 or something stupid. So I got it all finished, and I'm like, oh mother. All things. Yeah.
Never has a single character told this much of a story. Because I just saw the exclamation and I knew from the beginning that there was something behind it. Okay, yeah. So
well, those EN pins are so cool, right? Because the LDO takes whatever the battery is and just drops it down. It can't step it up. But with an EN pin, if it has electricity going to it, then it actually will have an output. But if there's no voltage going to the EN line, then it doesn't. So those EN pin LDOs are cool because they kind of act like a power on.
Ah.
But yeah. And you don't need that LDO because those are all built into each of the dev boards. So the Raspberry Pi Pico already has that built in.
Oh my goodness, it just hit me, by the way. I know it's dumb, I know, but it's just hit me that I can just add buttons to it. And the reason why it just hit me as such a massive thing is because I can just add buttons with no problems. If I want to add buttons, I can just add buttons to the schematics and I won't have to worry about like soldering them later on or figuring out. I can just add buttons.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This is
well, buttons,
so incredible.
And there's something really cool that you can use, which is a solder jumper, right? So you can actually choose the path that the copper goes down by having solder jumpers.
So is it
So
the little things that determine how the circuit works, determining on if they're soldered or not? Is that what this?
yeah, essentially. So it's like a switch that you only flip once,
Yeah.
right?
So yeah. So
But
basically, if I don't know, if I didn't have the switch in my design, but instead wanted to determine if it would be battery powered or if it would
yeah,
be, then I could just disconnect both the battery and the USB from the circuit, only resolder it if depending on which one I choose.
yeah. And that's what's
That's
kind of cool
smart.
about making a little dev board. I used a ton of jumpers early when I was designing. Like I over engineered my boards. Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna add like 15
To be
jumpers
fair,
and
I don't think over engineering a dev board is a possible thing. They're dev boards.
yeah.
Over engineering a dev board is just called making it properly.
So the one problem that you're gonna have with this is that the power for this one is wired to an internal battery charger on the ESP32S3. So if you use an the LTC 4054, the charging circuit,
Mhm.
you will have to rename the switch output because you see how that goes to battery plus,
Yep.
and that's fine. But if you look at the switch, it's actually going somewhere else, like battery pack plus. So it's actually not connected to the switch up there above it.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
because that's B
Battery
pack
plus.
plus and battery switch plus.
Oh, I see.
So you would actually change the B pack plus, you delete it, and then you'd make it the same as the other one, BAT plus. And then the other one you would be V bus directly from the board. It's really hard to describe. I actually think I have one that has it perfectly. I think it's actually in the LASK. LASK 4. Oh wow, I didn't even supply the KiCad files. Oh yeah, I did. It might be this one. This is the last LASK. That's hard to say. This one I think has the exact thing that you would need without any modification. Possibly. I can't recall though.
I know you're probably going to continue with this with something, but I like the idea of you just saying, "Oh yeah, this one has exactly what you need, but I'm not gonna tell you where."
Oh,
look,
yeah.
look for this needle in the stack of hay.
Yeah. No. Let me see. Let me see. Sketch.
I like it. You know, don't get it for free. I need to work for it, right?
Yeah.
Hi, the stump, by the way. Bad stuff just happened. I need to decompress. Well, as always, I've said it many times in the past, and I will say in the future, I am always glad to walk as a distraction. That's kind of what these streams are for, if people understand. And I'm always here in case you need one. If you want to talk about what happened, that's fine. If not, that's also fine. I'm just here. But to be fair, this stream is a bit hyper focused for a typical distraction stream with jumping from so far on this stream. By the way, we jumped from uh, from electrical engineering through quantum field theory to a paper on a possible solution to a problem with mapping a complex structure on a 6-dimensional sphere. From that to computer science, and right now back to engineering. So today's stream is a breeze of light topics that you don't need to focus on much. Just light things that everyone gets, very relatable. I won't talk about it's kind of personal. Well, then in that case, I've got to serve as a distraction, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the tough thing. If you want battery charging, then you have to have that 4054 chip. And that 4054 is surface mounted. I don't think there's a non-surface mounted option.
Okay, well, in that case, I think I'll pass on charging in that case.
Okay, so all you need then is literally to have the switch either apply the battery voltage to the V-bus or not.
Yeah,
That's all you
I
have
think
to
I
do.
have a couple of these three-sided switches. Don't remember what they're called.
Yeah, what is it? Single pull, double throw.
I think I don't know. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, so it single pull meaning there's one switch, and then double throw means that there's two options to switch from. So, B can connect to A or it can connect to C. Single pull, double throw. Switches are labeled that way, like double pull, single throw, or whatever. Triple. Super fun.
In that case, thank you. I want to play some Satisfactory, I suppose. It's a rarity.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
You should check out what I did.
Okay.
Today.
Okay then. Because I'll be honest, I think that's all the help I will. I can't just have everything. You do everything for me. I still need to do the rest myself. So I think that is all the help I will need. If something comes up, I'm just gonna ask you.
Yeah. Well, what you have is the footprint for the Raspberry Pi, which is the hardest.
Yes, that's
So I
the
think
most difficult.
you'll literally get everything else. But if you don't mind, I would like to help you make it look cool.
Oh, I wouldn't mind at all.
I can help you with some graphics for the silkscreen.
Having it look cool is 90% of it. That's why I do things. That 6D sphere is kind of interesting. Quite the tangent to go out on. I actually didn't go on that tangent. I just kind of mentioned as a curiosity. The problem with that paper stamp is that I'm pretty. If I remember correctly, Reblax explained to me. So I may be misunderstanding things a fair bit. Take what I'm about to say with a grain of salt. But as far as I understand, it's basically about mapping a complex structure onto a mapping a complex structure onto a 6-dimensional sphere, which would be really useful for a video I want to make, funny enough. But the problem is that it's an open problem, which means that
It's impossible.
well, it's not impossible. We have no idea if it's possible. It's unsolved, and that paper is a proposed solution to it that hasn't been accepted yet, which means that that's kind of like I would say talking about the string theory or stuff like this. String theory is a bit of a pop culture thing at this point. It's very popular, but it's about talking. Oh, jeez, my goodness. I loaded into the game without the floor loading, and I just saw the horrors above that await me. I'm glad that the hub is still here, actually. It's... Alright.
So I didn't do this, but I did get synthetic shards. That's what I did today.
Alright, hold on, let me...
So we literally have as many shards as we will ever need.
Synthetic shards, that's the power shards that you can manufacture, right?
Yeah, so you can increase the speed of everything to its max.
Oh, I am down below. Hold on. Can I remember the server was lagging for me a bit, so I couldn't do it properly, but let me see if I can quartz jump up there.
And we also got level 5 or level 6 conveyor belts.
Would you happen to have some of the... What are these nobelisks called? The quartz nobelisks. Pulse nobelisks. No. Okay, well that's a pickle, but it's fine. I can... Oh, the dimensional storage is a phenomenal thing.
Yeah.
I don't know which developer did it, but they deserve everything. They deserve a raise. I can just craft pulse and obelisks because we have everything in the... This is incredible.
Yeah. And it replenishes itself while you're crafting.
Alright, it's enough. Oh, because my inventory is literally empty. That makes sense. Okay, that makes sense why I only had one. I think I remember something like that, but with a 3D sphere. Well, a 6D sphere is a tad more, pardon the pun, complicated. I'm pretty certain it uses octonions, but I saw it in the paper, so... It worked! Oh my goodness, it did. Okay, it worked then. Wow, hold on, let me move my coffee cup, because this requires more space. What did you... Was that an exploding rebar, or what was it?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
I
it's,
didn't think
it's
it would
fine.
kill you.
It's fine, it
But
just
you
looked
did
like a rocket launcher.
You should have all of your stuff. Hopefully you spawned really close.
Oh, I didn't even spawn, didn't even kill me.
Oh, good, good, good.
I thought I died, but I couldn't respond. Turns out I just... Oh, I overdone it. I have overdone it. Whoops. It's fine. The server is lagging a bit, and I'm always like half a second off of this. Oh, I spawned in... Oh, I see. I spawned on the platform. That's convenient. I do have to say, this is such proper endgame Satisfactory.
Yeah. Well, you got to take... What's funny is that you see the nuclear pasta. I already have 1,000.
Yep.
But I have actually like 2,000. But if you scroll in your dimensional depot and just grab a stack of 100 power shards.
Oh, wait, no, the wrong thing.
Yeah, or you could just
Power.
nuclear pasta. Why not?
Power shards. It just keeps refilling.
Yeah. But that's what's so awesome is that we literally have... Well, it still takes time to replenish, but...
Basically, infinite power shards.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great.
It's just... And it makes efficient building kind of fun, I think.
I mean, yeah, because you can max, so... Everything is gold here as well. Is that something you can unlock? Gold paint?
Maybe.
I didn't even know. This looks... So, okay, hold on. Could you give me like a brief tour? Because I see that... I like that we have a... What's it called? We have a hypertube to the space elevator. Despite space elevator being right here.
Yeah, so I don't know what Catman's been doing, but this is kind of all synced up via these trains. I haven't spent any time. I've only spent time in my area, which is on the other side.
He's been complaining an awful lot on the beginning, but he did pull through at the end.
He did.
This is
Hey,
a lot.
can you help me with the trains? Because my
Sure,
section doesn't have trains.
I would love to. Where's your
And we have
section?
here, it's this way. I have a little bit of a hyper tube, so we don't have to walk the whole way.
I like how your preferred mode is flying, and mine is just blowing myself up to where I need to go. I fell.
Oh no.
The lagging of the server is upsetting me so much because I barely don't have the time to cancel my jump with the post nobilis.
Oh yeah. So that's why I just get the jetpacks.
But
the jetpacks actually, I know they're annoying. And
No. I mean, the worst thing is that I just fell not because I was jumping around, only because I just slipped off the thing. I fell by walking, just with a W button and shift.
Oh, wow.
That's not an equipment problem. That's a me problem.
I've actually fallen quite a bit just because the server lags, but...
No, I don't think that was because of lag. I don't think that was because of me. Did I push you off?
No.
Oh, I'm so sorry. A millisecond after I blew it up, my brain just recorded the fact that you're behind me.
Oh, it's no problem. Everything is pretty much automated. So my inventory is just stuff I'm trying to do, not things I'm trying to build.
All just praise the dimensional depot. What is this?
Yeah, so that's one of the new components. But check it out over here. This right here is the synthetic power shard manufacturing plant. That's just for testing.
Whoa. I'm fine. I'm all good.
Yeah, the electric backpack is my favorite.
I should probably get one instead of constantly having
it's in
problems.
The depot.
Yeah, I know. I should Okay.
Yeah, so this is my synthetic shard manufacturing. Right here is the shards.
All right. So wait, hold on. Let me get
It's
through this.
great right here.
Oh, the big one at the top, the depot. Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
that is quite a fair bit of them.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So it's like, yeah, and this is how you make them. So this is what is it? Quantum encoder. So there's two gases we use, like photonic residue, and then another one.
Okay, hold on. I wanna walk through this. So first, you have the sun matter and iron at the just fortunate speeds going forward.
Yeah, because those are actually generating the new type of metal, which is, what's the name of it? It's right
The
here.
fixite.
Yeah, fixite trigon. So that's, you need that, and then you also need the diamond plate, which is called time crystals. So time crystals and that new metal create these 6
Wait,
layer,
where are the diamonds coming from?
layers.
Is it some coal going in somewhere?
Particle. Yeah, the particle
okay.
accelerator.
Cool.
And it takes in like a 1500 per minute. So in order to keep it functioning,
My
you have to-
goodness, it really does.
it's kind of tough. I need a second input, but and the other
1,000.
one makes dark matter crystal.
How-
And dark matter crystal.
How quick are these conveyables? The Mark 7?
1200 per second. Mark 6. 1200 per second.
Okay, then the 1,500 per minute seems a lot more manageable, even though it's still a lot. It just...
Yeah. And so this is my time crystal generator. So that way we can have infinite level 6 conveyor belts. So we can just build them without worry.
Oh, that
You
is...
can't build those because I have a
Some
bottleneck right now with radio control units.
Wait, radio control units? Because it's lacking some fluctuators.
Yeah.
Everything-
Oh, okay. Those aren't automated. I actually automated the process, but they don't go to the depot. But this isn't my area. If you want
This...
to come to my
Oh
area,
wait,
I'll
this
show
isn't
you
yours.
what I'm
I thought it was yours.
No,
Hold on, okay.
well, I made this, but this is the very end of mine. My main area is actually over here, and you can tell how I am not as autistic as like I'm autistic, but I didn't realize how non-autistic I was.
No, I finally don't have to
Yeah.
blow myself up. Even though I
Through
would
that.
love to blow myself up. $1,500. Do we have nuclear power plants? Do we have something different for main power?
I don't know. He set up 40,000, so we don't really have to worry.
Oh, I think that's the oil. I've seen it when like the batteries.
Yeah.
I've seen it when I was automating plastic, right?
Yeah.
Catman was set up like a massive oil thing to power, all perfectly automated. Oh, I can see on the right already. There's a
That's my one of everything factory.
one of it. So it has one of
It
everything.
has one of everything, yeah.
That's madness.
Except for the time crystal stuff. That I do at the very end, so...
Hold on, because you know what, this is ridiculous. We need to upgrade it to Mark 6.
Oh yeah,
just,
we should.
just for the sake of going down quicker.
There you go.
There we go. Now it's just easier to go down.
Oh yeah, way better.
Oh, now it's acceptable speed.
And I can jump to my area.
Oh, big mistake.
You don't still don't have the jetpack?
I'm fine. I don't need one. I've almost died a couple of times and
You
actually
totally
died
need a
once.
jetpack for this.
I
It's
am.
It's
No,
not set up for it.
don't worry. I have a jump pack. It's a
So
bit
yeah, this is
laggy, but I can manage.
here's my one of everything. Screwing about horribly.
Hold on, let me just jump up there. No, it's fine. I can manage.
It's ridiculous how much like nuclear pasta I had. I literally was like, oh, 1,000. Hopefully I have enough. And then I had 2,000. It's like, that is crazy. It's like all these really expensive parts just on conveyor belts.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
That's my one of everything factory.
It's such a mess. It's such a lovely mess. Oh my goodness. It's not even like conveyor belt spaghetti mess. There are so many machines here.
Yeah.
I am impressed that you've managed to build it. Like, the effort of just placing everything isn't the killer. The killer is the fact that then you need to organize it in some way.
Yeah, it's organized. This is what my head looks like on a given day.
Because, I mean, the thing is, like, okay, it is a mess, but at the same time, the things at the end of the factory still need things from the very beginning, right?
Yeah. So copper is up here. There's one copper. Yeah, it kind of comes off from the back here. Because I need one of everything. So I need nitrogen, I need crystal, I need copper, I need iron.
Yeah, so even though it is a mess, you still need to navigate that mess. That is so impressive.
Yeah. And it was all just to upgrade so I could get the synthetic power shards. That was all I was trying to do. And it succeeded. So now I can literally deconstruct everything. But over here, Catman actually has the end of the train. There's a station ready to be built. So this whole area can be literally taken apart.
Wait, this entire thing was just so that for the shards?
Yep.
This was a temporary factory. It was just like...
Yeah, that's it. It literally, that's all it was used for. And now it's literally, it's almost broken just because I took away some of the snopple loops or whatever they're called that double the output. So yeah. And now that I have the power shards, I can make it efficient. And that was the whole thing. But here's the train system that he set up. And it connects to the main one.
I don't even know what to say. I'm kind of heartbroken that this is temporary, honestly.
Well, you can leave it, I guess. We'll probably need it.
Yeah, I imagined I wanted to make like a central hub where everything goes in. Where basically, remember a while back when you played Satisfactory, I've made this thing where it was like a large circle of a conveyor belt, and then, well, it was a square, and then it was rotating the materials, where basically they would go in, they would all get separated off into their own respective containers, and when those containers were full, then all of them would just go into the ticket smasher.
Yeah, we can do that. And then I can just reform some of this.
I love how there are just also noblists, everything. Noblists included.
Yeah.
Explosive rebarbs, I'm assuming. I see rebars and black powder going in.
Yeah. I was having a bottleneck on a couple of things that I've since fixed. The copper powder is actually the hardest to do.
Copper powder? How do you make copper powder?
Just copper blocks. But you need like 500 of them. A stack is 500, kind of like concrete. Or 200, sorry.
Oh, I see copper. Okay, I see the copper powder where it's going. Where is it coming from? It's coming from right there.
It's pretty far away.
Oh, okay.
Because like I have all the aluminum stuff coming from a little plant over here too.
This is insane. This is just, how did you manage? How? There is no way. You are a machine.
What?
There is no way a human would be able to build this. I refuse to believe.
Hey, it's actually pretty efficient.
It is efficient, But I mean, how did you map it in your head?
It's oh, yeah. I just go while I'm going along. Because this is creating the square things, the modular frames. So I needed a modular frame factory.
But I mean, all of I would not be able to build this many connections in such of a small spot. Like, okay, overlapping doesn't bother me. I'm fine with that. I've had overlapping many times. Okay, some people like it, but fine. My main issue is that conveyor belts have a limit, a turning limit. You can't turn them too much or they won't like it. Well, you can only turn them in certain ways. And that puts a restraint on how many conveyor belts you can fit in a tight space with splitters, because they all need to go in a certain spot. And yet you somehow manage to make them all go their own respective splitters and mergers, despite there being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. I actually was trying to make it look prettier than this. I was like, oh, this section will look kind of cool. And then I realized that I had to add splitters. I'm like, okay.
This is what...
I didn't want to...
No. This is what designing PCBs on a daily basis does to a man. This is what happens. This is what you end up as.
These are just vias right here. These are vias that pass through the data lines.
And the other side is even more. Honestly, I'm shocked that when I stand on it, I don't just keep on spinning. Hold on.
Yeah. What's funny is because there's a lot of like expensive components, and it's kind of funny to see them on conveyor belts that take like an hour to make. Not really, but it feels like an hour.
I can just glitch myself.
Oh, that's...
I can just glitch myself here because there are so many overlapping conveyor belts that Satisfactory doesn't know where I should go.
I guess I'm supposed to go this way.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, there are just so many overlapping conveyor belts that Satisfactory doesn't know where to put me. This is comical. All of this is just comical.
I wonder why I'm not getting enough copper sheets. Oh, that's right. I need to put some power shards on the copper sheets. I took out the power shards to optimize. There we go. Now it should be peak efficiency, which is like 4%. This is what 4% efficiency looks like. Yeah, I was just trying to get the upgrade. Like, this is upgrade.
All of this. Wait, what do the power shards take in that case?
To make?
Yeah, because you say that all of this is for power shards. I'm assuming for the power shard factory. So.
Well, yeah, but I had to complete phase 4. So everything on this top is meant to just complete phase 4.
Oh, I see.
So that was nuclear pasta, assembly director system, and magnetic field generator, and the fourth one was whatever is all the way down here. Thermal propulsion rockets. Now we have like 200 of each extra.
It's a lot in a little place.
It's not pretty.
In a way, it is, I would say.
Yeah.
Like how Stam described as sheer unadulterated willpower when I asked how have you done this.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know how many hours. 20, 45 hours or so?
You know what I actually wonder? What method of traveling is faster? The Hypertube or Mark 6 conveyor belt?
Mark 6.
Mark 6. That's convenient because building them is easier than Hypertubes. And now that it's automated, you might as well just build it everywhere. Method of transportation.
Yeah, we should just get a little bit more copper, and then it would be optimized.
What do these take? They take copper. They take the sum, right?
The conveyor belts or
The things that conveyor belts are made out of.
yeah.
The
So
bars.
time crystal, which is diamond,
Oh
it's
yeah,
just
right.
diamond
Time crystal.
converted in a weird accelerator, not an accelerator thing, the
So coal.
radar looking thing.
Okay, so the component cell, that's coal. That's what's next.
Yeah, coal and it's turned into diamond, and diamond that's turned into time shard. And so it's made from that weird black cubish looking thing, and it's only diamond in and then time crystal out. But then in order to make, yeah, and the same thing is for the metal. You just have to use the same machine that you make the time crystal from the that takes in SAM material, and actually you can take in copper, iron, or aluminum. Yeah, converter.
Have a fi fixitium? No. Oh, what was the name of it? It had a very clever name, I remember, but I don't remember what that name was. Hold on. Logistics, conveyor belt by 6. What is this? Fixite, right. Fixite.
There you go. Yep.
Clever
Fixite.
name. I remember it was clever. Fixite. Like fix it but with an E. Fixite ingot. Okay, so fixite ingot. Just takes just takes ingots? Doesn't really take a specific one?
Yeah, any of them will make it. But it's more expensive if you use iron. 1 second, I gotta blow my nose.
I must be getting wrong on Mark 6 conveyor belt. Construction. No, wait, I mean. Mark 6 takes time crystals and fixite. Time crystals take. All of these seem awful. Oh my goodness. Okay, the fixite is easy. Because all that takes is. Oh, he fixed that trigon. Willpower and a touch of madness. I like how the fixite trigon is made in a constructor. That is so comical. That is so comical to have. I don't know why, but I find it very funny to have the most advanced, like the building thing in the game. You know, the successor of aluminum, which is basically the successor of steel, which is basically the successor of iron. Have that just made in the constructor, the most basic thing you can have. I think it's funny. So that in time crystals. Time crystals, which in order to make require. Oh, where is it?
Dark crystal.
Time crystal requires 2 diamonds.
No. Yeah, diamonds.
And then diamonds just require coal.
Yep.
Okay, so we would need a place that has coal, a place that has iron or ingots of sorts, and then reanimated some, which is just some.
Caterium is the best.
Okay.
The cheapest. Aluminum would be super expensive. Because you need copper as well.
I'm gonna use the Satisfactory map because this is so late in the game. I don't even need to excuse myself. In which case, what we're looking for is resource nodes 10. All of these off, and what we need is just 10. Everything off. How can you turn the other ones off? Collectibles. There we go. What we need is some, first of all. These are the nodes. Then coal. These are nodes, and then Caterium would be best.
Yeah.
So it looks like right here at the top of the map, there is a great spot where if we take the sum from across the lake, then we have... Never mind, there's some there. There is Caterium, there is coal, and there is some. I know that you already have them made, but in case if you want to make a separate place for it, because well, Mark 6 conveyor belts in that case are just the supreme form of movement. They might be faster than trains. Depends on how many carriages I suppose you have, or things.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it is over 1,000 per second, you said, right?
Yeah, we should test it. We should go back. Where's that on the map?
That place I just said?
Yeah.
It's at the very, very top. The toppest.
Very, very top. The top.
The most top point of the map. Right
Yeah,
over the... We can go there,
What do you
actually.
want to do? Because we have all of the resources we pretty much need.
Yeah, we can go there, I suppose. Oh, bless the dimensional storage. Of being able to make anything anywhere.
Let me see if I can hit you from here.
No! Oh, I see it flying. That was pretty close. Ah!
See how good of an aim I have.
My goodness, that was on me!
I was actually playing the finals with the rocket or the grenade launcher on medium.
Oh, I haven't.
Pretty fun.
Oh, I haven't played finals in such a long time. Oh, programmable splitter.
Yeah.
Oh, I completely forgot about them's. I've never used them. I've always used the smart splitters because I never found the
either.
need for programmable ones. Apparently, programmable ones are just smart splitters, except depending on the input, they change rules.
And you have to be like perfect. So if you're really good at like complete perfection, but they can kind of get tied up too if you're not careful.
Hold on, let me just craft 100 pulse nobelisks just out of the things I have in my lack of inventory. This is incredible. I can just make this is the best. Although I do need to be more careful with the way I'm going about this because I don't want to. Well, if I die, it's gonna be a long way till I respawn, so I need to use them carefully. And I am going to grab a jetpack. Just in case. Jetpack. And then fuel, I imagine.
Oh yeah. I'm
oh.
actually not even using a jetpack.
I am going to grab turbo fuel, because if we have packaged turbo fuel, then of course I'm gonna use it.
And we have nuclear power plants we just unlocked.
Okay, so we're going north. That is absolutely not north, but close enough.
I'm gonna get the jetpack. His jetpack is...
We don't have a rifle in the group chat. That is unbelievable.
turbo full fuel. Oh man, this jetpack is kind of cool.
Why do I just have rotors and plates inside? Oh yeah, because I crafted the thing, I remember. There we go.
Oh, it like uses up a fuel thing. Okay, where'd you go?
I'm behind you.
Oh, nice. What do we need?
Hold on, let me just... We don't even have ammunition. I honestly expected the ammunition to be in the group chat as well.
No,
No one automated ammunition.
I only use explosive rebar.
And that makes sense, actually, I suppose, yeah. That does make sense. Exclusively using explosive rebars. I always like the stun rebars a lot. I think they're funny. Hi,
Standard
Develaba.
rebar?
No, the stun.
Oh,
The
yeah.
stunning ones. I think they're comical because, well, they just stop everything. I do
just
like
remember
that.
you glitched me into the
Yeah,
ground.
yeah, back when I glitched you. I wonder
Like-
what happens if I shoot you, said Make It, right before shooting you.
Oh no. Wouldn't do that.
No, right, yeah. Now let me switch to... Oh, I had one explosive rebar in my thing. You were flying. Damn it! My one chance for revenge. Okay, yeah, so we're going forward.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, there was like a way to... I remember correctly, there was like a way to boost. Hold on, trying something. Whoa, that works splendidly. Oh my goodness, that worked. Oh, that works so well. Oh, I'm going. Do I have enough fuel in my backpack to... I do. Oh, jeez. Oh my goodness, I'm still going. Sorry, Tefta, I'm so sorry, I didn't... That worked. Okay, I heard that it works from someone that you can first... Oh, but I... yeah, the post nobelisks. You put 2 underneath yourself because that's the maximum you can... Unless you're next to a wall, then you put 2 under yourself and 1 on the wall, and that shoots you forward, and then you use the momentum with the jetpack to...
Okay. Let me try this.
Just be careful because the server is a bit glitchy, and the timing of the post nobelis...
Do I jump or something?
You jump right as you exploded, yes. And then that helps.
Oh, I just went straight up.
Yeah, you can either be a bit sideways to the obelisk, or you can slide into it. But once again, be careful because the timing is tricky.
Okay. Okay, let's try this. At least I didn't die.
Okay, I'm at the desert. This is madness of a form of transportation. Oh, those are funky plants. Okay, where do we want to go? I want to go over there, yeah, so... Let me try 3 of them. Nah, I messed up the timing.
Oh, wow, there's a lot of stuff over here. Not very good. 1, 2.
Oh, this is fun. Oh, this is lots of fun. All sorts of fun. I slide upwards. Oh, I can. That's good. Ah, I messed up. Damn it. Oh, but this can be a good one. Right here. Okay, I am... Oh, almost there, yeah. I'm pretty sure there should be edge of the map, which means there should be a big fall as well. V.
Can't get the time. There we go.
Ah! I've been fired at. It spooked me. I misplaced the... Ah, fudge.
So much radioactive stuff.
Was it good
I've
enough?
never been to this part of the map.
I have been here once. Back when I started the... Oh, I think I just saved his life, actually.
Oh.
I think I fired the stun at the perfect time to stop it from dying. Alright, do be careful, because I'm about to attempt a jump. Whoa! There is a lot of radioactive stuff, indeed.
Yeah.
You were not lying. Is that a Mercersphere? Looks like a Mercersphere. Huh, a Mercersphere.
Nice.
How convenient.
Holy crap, there's a lot of radioactive stuff.
I suppose that's good for the power plants. This map is so massive. There's a whole desert of nothing. That would actually be a killer spot for a base. A big flat plain with all sorts of materials. Alright, so the sum is a bit over yonder, right there. In between... in between us and the sum, there is just a massive cavern. Just like an absolutely titanic one. So, yeah. I have a great idea there, after. I think we should jump over it.
Okay, let's give it a shot.
This is gonna go well. Whoa! Yeah, it's easy. Okay, you can do it without the jetpack. There is a lot of radioactive stuff around the sun, but... And another Mesosphere. Two of them.
There you are. Oh, man. Need a runway.
Attention. Your brain's operations are outside.
Now we don't need the
typical
purple
parameters.
things at all.
Time spent daydreaming will be deducted from your sustenance budget.
There are a lot of baddies.
Yeah. Oh, I like this part of the map. Looks really nice. Is that the third Mesosphere? There are so many Mesospheres here.
Yeah, there's like one per acre.
I don't know how much an acre is.
Me either.
Oh my goodness. You know how normally whenever you have like this cavern of death, then it's just white. It's just like white fog.
Yeah.
That white fog actually vanishes here. That's nice.
That's cool. Can you go down there?
I don't think so. It's still black on the map, so I'd assume no. But
What is... Oh, there's some nitrogen.
oh, that's some that's what nitrogen looks like.
Yeah. You have to actually like pump pressure into the ground, and then you just have the valves.
Oh, that's even worse. I already dislike water as it is. This is
I
just
think it's
disliking
a-
squared.
I think it's a finite amount too.
Wait, what do you mean?
I think there's only a finite amount of it.
That's even worse. And it's just escaping? Like that old unbelievable.
Well, you attach these things to it. Must be placed on the active. Oh yeah, we don't have any power.
Oh, and some of these. Well, don't mind if I do. Oh wait, what am I doing?
What?
If I die,
I better get going soon. Though,
That's
so-
fine. That's fine. I appreciate you showing me around again. There's a lot. This game is so massive. A pebble slug down there as well. And is that another mesosphere? There's another mesosphere down there.
Yeah,
That's so many mesospheres.
all of the spheres. You'd think we're playing The Witcher. So I think that's why there's all those weird things, Nerd joke. I'm gonna totally like respawn in this area and be like, why did we come all the way
The same here. Just the random. It's for the mesospheres, of course. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
4 mesospheres though.
We could probably upgrade the upload speed, or we could upload to 3 stacks instead of just, or 4 stacks instead of 3.
That's a good question. At this point, we have the privilege of just picking whatever. Either one is fine.
Because it takes 11 to upgrade the next ones, I think.
11? Okay, then never mind. Whereas mesospheres are not quite as valuable as I thought.
Because it goes 3, 7, 11, 15.
For a second, I thought... Is there a pattern? Oh, you add 4 every single time. 3, 7, 11.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
So it gets a lunch. Yeah, so hopefully I'll get my ESP32s. Not the dev boards, the actual just component.
Oh, that's also gonna be fun.
Then I can surface mount. And we'll see if my PCB is actually good or bad.
I am actually curious, in the end, how small the actual PCB of Lask will be. At the very end.
Yeah, when it's done.
Yeah, when it's done.
It's just a brain implant. It's like the size of a grain of
The
rice.
size of a Tic Tac, basically, yeah. Exactly.
Just lodge this in your frontal lobe. You're good.
No, just swallow it. Biotech. Well, you know, invasive surgery, no. Just swallow it.
It's nanobots.
And then when it's done learning, you can just cough it back up, and it's just there, reusable.
Yeah, give it to your buddy.
Exactly.
Okay, later, dude.
Well, have fun, boys. See ya. Good luck. All of it above. All right. Well, then, in this case, we've done it. 3 hours. It's been 3 hours. Doesn't feel like 3 hours. Although I am hungry. So that's how I can tell that it's been 3 hours. I'm gonna go work on the more videos, and I have to say, we've done a bit of a good job today. The next video will probably be the file one, because I'll be working on the file. You're the physics guy. I am more than just the physics guy. Although, you know what? You got me there. Right now, we started the video by talking about physics, so you got me there. That sounds like a segue, though. What were you segueing before I end the stream? What was the you're the physics guy in relation to? Or was it just a statement? I am hungry. I don't have any food because the last 2 days I spent just finishing up the Quaternions video with no time to go out shopping. And today the shops were closed because apparently it's like a holiday or something. So I just haven't had the time to buy anything. And so my fridge is just empty. I don't know, I'll eat some... Well, it's not completely empty. I can eat some raw eggs, I suppose. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. That's been it. It's been a fun stream. 3 hours. It feels like way less. Work on the video, and for now, that'll be it. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.